vast, empty theater of the Atlantic, there are islands that are merely punctuation marks on the blue. And then there are those that are entire worlds. From a distance, it is a single, steep shadow on the horizon, a volcanic fortress rising from a deep ocean floor, a place that seems to hold its secrets close. This is Madeira, an island that appears small on a map, but contains a landscape of continental scale. Here mountains were born from submarine fire, their peaks now living in a sea of clouds. Here, forests have survived since before the last ice age, their ancient branches dripping with mist and memory. And here, for 6 centuries, people have carved a life from the impossible slopes, creating a world suspended between the mountains and the sea. This is not a journey to a destination. It is a journey into the heart of an island, to understand how the forces of the earth have shaped one of the most beautiful and dramatic landscapes in Europe. Our journey begins where the island first meets the world, Funchal, a city that does not spread out, but rather cascades down the mountain, a gentle amphitheater of white walls and terracotta roofs facing the sun and the sea. It was born as a harbor, a safe haven for sailors crossing a dangerous ocean. Its history is written in the dark basalt of its cobblestones, worn smooth by time and countless footsteps from every corner of the globe. The old town, the Zona Velha, is not a museum. It is the city's living room. Here, narrow lanes open into quiet squares. The doors of old fishermen's houses have been painted into an open-air gallery, each one a vibrant story of modern creativity laid over centuries of history. The air smells of salt from the ocean and grilled fish from the small restaurants that spill onto the pavement. Life moves at a slower pace here, dictated not by a clock, but by the rhythm of conversation and the slow arrival of the fishing boats. To understand Funchal, you must go to its heart, the Mercado dos Lavradores, the farmers' market. This is where the island's incredible fertility is laid bare. It is a cathedral of color and scent, a testament to the volcanic soil and the clean mountain water that nourishes everything that grows here. Flower sellers in traditional dress arrange bouquets of exotic blooms that seem too vibrant to be real. Stalls are piled high with fruits of strange shapes and exotic names, a testament to the island's subtropical climate. Downstairs, the air grows cooler and smells of the ocean. The fish market is a theater of daily life. The silver flash of the espada, the black scabbard fish, pulled from unimaginable depths, is the main attraction. The voices of the vendors are a rhythmic chant, their knives moving with practiced skill. Here, you see the direct line from the mountain and the deep sea to the table. You see the hands that work the soil and cast the nets. It is more than a market. It is a map of the island's soul, a celebration of the life that the land provides. We travel west from the city, into the soul of Madeira's relationship with the ocean. We arrive in Câmara de Lobos, a village cradled in a small, perfect bay, its name meaning Chamber of the Sea Wolves, for the monk seals that once rested on its dark shores. The seals are gone, but the fishermen remain. Their lives are still woven into the fabric of this place. Their boats, the Zavalhas, painted in bright, defiant colors, rest on the dark, volcanic shore, a vivid contrast against the gray stones. This is a place of patient work. The mending of nets is a slow, careful ritual, their calloused hands moving with a knowledge passed down through generations. The air is thick with the smell of salt and drying fish. Time here does not rush. It moves with the tide. It is a scene that has changed little over the centuries. It was this timeless quality that once captivated Winston Churchill, who came here to paint, seeking solace in the village's simple, honest beauty. He saw a community defined by its labor and its connection to the sea. Above the bay, the impossible slopes are covered in terraced vineyards. This is where the sea meets the wine. The grapes that grow here, kissed by the sun and the salty air, will become Madeira's famous fortified wine, their character as complex as the landscape itself. The village is a perfect microcosm of the island's identity, the hardship of the sea, the tenacity of the farmers, and the quiet dignity of a life lived in harmony with the elements. It is a place that captures the island's spirit, a relationship with the ocean built on respect, hardship, and the simple, honest work of providing for a family from the deep blue that surrounds them. Leaving the village, the land rears up. We ascend to Cabo Girone. This is not just a viewpoint, it is a statement, a sheer, breathtaking drop, one of the highest sea cliffs in Europe. The wind here has a different voice, a constant whisper from the open ocean, a sound of pure, uninterrupted distance. It is a cross-section of the island's volcanic birth, a colossal wall of ancient lava flows that speaks of the immense power that forged this land. To stand on the glass skywalk is to float above the abyss, a dizzying perspective that challenges your sense of scale and gravity. The deep blue of the Atlantic seems infinite. The horizon is a clean, sharp line, reminding you that the nearest continent is hundreds of miles away. You feel the profound isolation and the profound beauty of this Atlantic outpost. Far below, at the foot of the cliff, tiny patches of cultivated land are visible. These are the Fajas do Cabo Girone, small plots of land made fertile by rock falls, accessible only by boat or a steep, modern cable car that descends the cliff face. For generations, farmers would climb down perilous, hand-carved paths to work this precious soil. They would often stay for weeks at a time, living in small stone shelters, completely cut off from the world above. It is a testament to the islanders' extraordinary determination, a refusal to surrender any piece of fertile ground, no matter how inaccessible. It is a profound symbol of the human will to cultivate life on the very edge of the abyss, a story of survival and tenacity written into the base of the cliff itself. We continue west along the sun-drenched southern coast to a place whose name promises warmth. Ponta do Sol, the point of the sun. Here, life unfolds in a gentle golden light that seems to slow the passage of time. The village is said to receive more hours of sunshine than anywhere else on the island, and this warmth permeates every aspect of life. This is the heart of banana country. The steep slopes have been tamed. For generations, islanders have built poyos, intricate agricultural terraces, stone by stone. They are masterpieces of dry stone engineering, created by hand, following the natural contours of the land like lines on a topographic map. These walls, built without mortar, are not just boundaries. They are the very foundation of agriculture on these slopes, preventing erosion and creating level ground for planting. These terraces turn impossible terrain into productive land. The banana plants grow in dense green groves, their broad leaves rustling in the sea breeze, creating a unique, humid microclimate. The water that feeds them arrives via a network of levadas, carried for miles from the wetter north. The village itself is a quiet collection of white houses and a small stone church clustered around a sheltered pebble bay. The sound of the waves washing over the stones is a gentle, constant rhythm. Life here is unhurried. Old men gather on benches in the small square, the day's news is exchanged, and the warmth of the sun is enjoyed as a precious, dependable gift. It is a place to feel the slow, warm rhythm of the southern coast, a life lived in harmony with the sun. Our journey along the coast takes us to Pol du Mar. This fishing village has a different character. It feels more remote, pressed between towering cliffs and the powerful Atlantic surf. This is the end of the road, both literally and figuratively. Life here is lived at the foot of a giant wall of rock. For centuries, the only access was from the sea or by a precipitous path down the cliff face. This profound isolation has forged a fiercely independent and resilient community. It is a reminder of the island's verticality, of how communities have found a foothold in the most dramatic of locations, their world defined by the cliff and the sea. The waves that crash on its shore are famous, drawing surfers from around the world who seek to ride the powerful Atlantic swell. But for the people who live here, the ocean is not a playground. It is their provider, their neighbor, and a constant, powerful presence that dictates the rhythm of their lives. The sound of the ocean is louder here, a constant roar that becomes the soundtrack to daily life. The salt spray hangs in the air, coating everything with a fine, white film. The narrow streets are designed to shelter from the wind, creating a sense of refuge and enclosure. The houses are built low and strong, braced against the elements. This is a place of profound connection to the elements. A community whose existence is a constant dialogue with the mountain behind and the immense, untamed ocean in front. It is a testament to the resilience of a people who have chosen to live where the land meets the full force of the sea. To truly know Madeira, you must leave the coast behind. You must climb. The roads wind upwards, leaving the sea and the sun below, ascending into a different world. The air grows cooler, the light softer. We arrive at a viewpoint and look down into a vast, hidden cauldron, Curral das Freiras, the Valley of the Nuns. This is the eroded heart of the volcano. A colossal amphitheater of jagged peaks and sheer rock faces that rise like stone teeth towards the sky. Clouds often drift through the valley, adding to its mystery and sense of enclosure, making it feel like a lost world. For centuries, this valley was almost completely isolated from the rest of the island. Its name comes from the nuns of the Santa Clara convent in Funchal, who fled here in the 16th century to escape pirate attacks. It was a perfect hiding place, a sanctuary carved by nature. To live here was to be deliberately apart from the world. This isolation fostered a unique culture of self-sufficiency. With trade being almost impossible, the inhabitants had to rely on what the valley could provide. The valley is famous for its chestnuts, which became a staple food, used in everything from bread and soup to cakes and liqueurs. This single resource shaped the community's diet and culture for generations. Even today, with a modern road tunneled through the mountain, the valley retains its profound sense of isolation. As dusk falls, the lights of the small village begin to twinkle, looking like stars that have fallen into a deep, dark bowl. It is a community held in the palm of a volcanic hand, a world within a world, a powerful reminder of the island's hidden interior. From the valley, we climb higher still. The road becomes a narrow thread on the face of the mountain, a feat of engineering that defies gravity. We are ascending to the roof of the island, into a landscape above the clouds. We reach Pico do Arieiro, the third highest peak. From here, the world is transformed. We are in a different realm. A vast, white ocean of cloud stretches to the horizon, with only the highest, sharpest peaks breaking through like a chain of dark islands. The sun is brilliant. The air is thin and sharp. This is the raw, skeletal structure of Madeira, stripped of its green cloak. The rock itself is a tapestry of reds, oranges, and blacks, telling the story of its violent, volcanic creation. A stone path is carved into the ridge, a breathtaking trail that connects Pico do Arieiro to the island's highest point, Pico Revo. To walk this path is to walk along the spine of the island, a journey between sky and earth. The trail clings to sheer cliffs, tunnels through solid rock, and climbs stairways that seem to ascend into the sky itself. The silence is broken only by the wind and the call of a high-altitude bird. It is a humbling experience, a reminder of the immense geological forces that are still shaping this world. This is the volcanic soul of Madeira, exposed and magnificent, a silent, powerful world that exists above the everyday life of the island below, a place of profound solitude and breathtaking scale, where one can truly feel the curvature of the earth. We descend from the barren, sun-scorched peaks into the deep, cool shadows of the mountains. Here, in the island's heart, lies a world that time forgot. This is the Laurisilva, the ancient laurel forest, and deep within it, we find Fanal, a place of singular, haunting beauty. Here, on a high, open plateau, ancient laurel trees stand like lonely sentinels. These are not the tall, straight trees of other forests. They are gnarled and twisted by centuries of wind, their forms more like sculptures than trees, each one telling a story of survival. Their branches are draped in long, green veils of moss, like an old man's beard, a sign of the pure, clean air and constant humidity. This is a living relic, a window into the forests that covered Europe millions of years ago. Often, a thick fog rolls in from the Atlantic, swallowing the landscape, muffling all sound. To walk here in the mist is to feel completely disconnected from the modern world. The trees become ghostly silhouettes, emerging and disappearing in the white silence. The ground is a soft, springy carpet of moss and fallen leaves, cushioning every footstep. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and the spicy aroma of laurel. It is an otherworldly place, a landscape that feels drawn from a dream or a forgotten myth. It is the magical heart of the ancient forest, a place that speaks of deep time and the quiet, persistent life of the natural world, a sanctuary of peace and profound antiquity. We follow the water to its source, crossing the island to the northern coast. The character of the landscape changes completely. This is the windward side, wilder, wetter, and more dramatic. The village of São Vicente rests in a valley carved by a river, a lush corridor of green that runs from the high peaks down to the ocean. It is a perfect example of the fertile beauty of the north, a stark contrast to the arid south. The village itself, with its white church tower and quiet streets, feels protected by the steep valley walls that surround it. But the true story of this place lies underground. Here you can enter the grutas, the volcanic caves, and walk through the ancient lava tubes that were once rivers of fire nearly 900,000 years ago. The air inside is cool and damp. The only sound is the echo of dripping water, a constant reminder of the life-giving rain on the surface that filters through the volcanic rock. The walls of the tube are smooth and dark, frozen in time, showing the patterns of the flowing lava. These are the very arteries of the young volcano. To walk here is to walk inside the creation of the island itself, to touch the stone that was once molten rock. It is a journey to the foundation of everything we see on the surface, a direct connection to the island's fiery birth. It reveals the powerful contrast at the heart of the north, a landscape of vibrant green life, growing directly from a foundation of dark, volcanic stone. We follow the northern coast to Seixal. Here, the power of the volcano and the ocean meet in a stunning display. A beach of pure black sand lies at the foot of towering green cliffs. The sand, created from eroded basalt, is a direct reminder of the island's volcanic origins. The contrast is absolute. The dark volcanic sand, the vibrant green of the vegetation clinging to the cliffs, and the white foam of the Atlantic waves. Waterfalls cascade directly from the cliffs towards the shore, their fresh water mist mingling with the salt spray of the ocean. It is a landscape of elemental colors and raw power, a place that perfectly encapsulates the dramatic beauty of the North Coast, where every element of Madeira's nature comes together in one breathtaking scene. Old lava flows have created natural rock pools along the shore, offering calm water next to the powerful surf. These pools, filled with clear seawater at high tide, are more rugged and natural than those in Porto Muniz, integrated directly into the beach. Above the beach, vineyards cling to the steep slopes, producing unique, hardy grapes that thrive in the northern climate. It shows the tenacity of the island's agriculture, finding a way to flourish even in this wild environment. This is not a landscape that was designed for humans. It is a raw, powerful expression of nature. To stand here is to witness the constant, creative dialogue between the land and the sea, a place of wild, untamed, and unforgettable beauty. A short distance away lies Porto Muniz, a place that perfectly captures the spirit of the North Coast. Here, ancient lava flows reach the sea, and the relentless pounding of the waves has carved them into a network of natural swimming pools. These are not man-made structures. They are a collaboration between fire and water. The dark, sharp basalt rock, frozen in its dramatic forms a protective barrier against the wild ocean, creating pools of calm, clear salt water. The town itself is built around this natural wonder, its existence defined by this unique geological feature. For centuries, this was a rugged, inaccessible coast, but the pools have given the town a new purpose. a new relationship with the sea. The sound of the Atlantic crashing against the volcanic walls is a constant, powerful roar. It is a reminder of the ocean's immense energy. But inside the pools, the water is tranquil, rising and falling gently with the tide. It is a place of beautiful contradiction, immense power and perfect calm, side by side. To swim here is to be immersed in the island's geology. It is to feel the raw energy of the Atlantic just meters away, while resting in the calm embrace of the volcanic stone. It is a direct, powerful connection to the forces that shaped this land. The water is crystal clear, allowing you to see the dark, smooth lava rock below, a floor created by the Earth's inner fire, now cooled and caressed by the ocean. Before our journey ends, we find one last expression of the island's culture. In the village of Santana, nestled in the green hills of the north, we see the traditional Madeiran houses, the Casas de Colmo. These are not just tourist curiosities. They are a piece of living history. Their distinctive triangular shape and thick thatched roofs were a practical response to the northern climate, a design perfected over centuries of trial and error. They were built to withstand the heavy rains and strong winds, providing a warm, dry shelter for farming families. The steep A-frame roof, made from local wood, allowed rain to run off quickly, and the thatch, made from rye straw, provided incredible natural insulation against both the winter cold and the summer heat. The bright colors of the doors and windows, typically red, white, and blue, are a cheerful defiance against the often gray skies of the north. They are a symbol of the islanders' resourcefulness, their ability to create a unique culture in harmony with their environment. The interior was simple: a ground floor for living and cooking, and a loft used as a granary for storing seeds and agricultural goods. These were the homes of farmers who worked the northern terraces. They represent a deep knowledge of local materials and a self-sufficient way of life, born from the land itself. They are a tangible link to the island's agricultural past, a beautiful and practical solution to the challenges of living on this wild northern coast. From the sunlit streets of Funchal to the wind-carved cliffs of the east, from the sea of clouds on the highest peaks to the ancient silence of the laurel forest, our journey across Madeira reveals a profound truth. This is not one island, but many, an archipelago of different worlds, each with its own climate, its own landscape, and its own character, all contained on a single piece of land. It is a place where life has been shaped by the vertical, where farmers built gardens in the sky, and where water was taught to flow across mountains. It is a world born of volcanic fire, sculpted by the Atlantic Ocean, and softened by the life-giving mist of its forests. The story of Madeira is a story of resilience, the resilience of a forest that survived an ice age, the resilience of a people who carved a home from a volcano. It is a story of a deep, unbreakable bond between the islanders and the extraordinary land they inhabit. This is not just Europe's most beautiful island. It is a living testament to the power of nature and to the quiet, enduring strength of the human spirit. A place where the